Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Monday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. Well, what do you know? It is a snow day today. When I was out at 6 o'clock in the morning, it was incredibly quiet. The streets had been plowed, but there was some additional snow and blowing snow on the road. So, still a little dangerous out there. But today is the day with the kids off from school. Today is the day that you find some teenagers and pay them to shovel your driveway and get your car out of the snowbank that it's probably in. Be very careful out there shoveling snow. There's an enormous amount of it, and some of us, including me, are not used to doing that type of physical labor. So, the older you get, the more dangerous it gets, even though we remember being able to shovel the driveway very easily. Now, in the pre market this morning, stock index futures are fairly quiet. They were much lower over the weekend and have come back. We do have a lot of activity in the futures market with commodities just continuing to rage higher on Monday morning. Now, we have a lot going on this week. First, we've got the Fed meeting coming up, which everybody's going to be waiting for. Got a lot of tech earnings coming out. And we also have a potential U.S. Government closure coming up. I believe that is on Friday. So that could add some volatility to the market. Now, the whole world is watching Japan. Japan has a lot going on right now. The government is heavily involved in the markets, the currencies, the bonds. Overnight, the Japanese market was down. The VIX for the Japanese market was up over 9%. Trading the Japanese market from here is very difficult. Trading the Japanese yen as a currency is a lot easier than playing with the ETF. We keep the overseas ETFs just to keep track of what's going on. It's very difficult to trade something in Japan or Hong Kong or anything in Asia because there's an enormous amount of gaps. And those gaps, of course, are caused because of the delay in our ability to react to what's going on over there, any announcements, any changes over there. We can't react to them till 9:30 the next day. So you'll find that most charts for overseas markets have a lot of gaps, which makes it very difficult to stay on the right side of a trade for the market, such as the Japanese market. Now, everybody's watching gold, which is up over $100 this morning, way over the $5,000 level. And we've got silver trading over $100 right now. So it's up another $10 or so in the pre market this morning. We've got crude oil higher. We've got natural gas continuing to move higher on Monday morning. That could help the Canadian market. The TSX 60 did generate a sell signal last week. It hasn't generated a buy signal yet. It may do that today. We've seen some weakness in the financials, which has helped pull down the TSX 60 compared to the TSX Composite, which is more broadly based and has a lot more commodity stocks in it. And that particular ETF is still on a buy signal, so no change there. So there's the energy sector moving up on Friday. There's the gold sector moving up on Friday, while financials are drag at the moment, with bank stocks basically treading water at the moment, so not helping out at all. Now, in the U.S. market, we recovered a lot last week. Friday was an inside day for the S&P 500. For the Nasdaq, we did trade above the upper channel line, but closed slightly below it. So there's certainly a possibility of new buy signals for both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq on Monday. Micro caps, small caps, mid caps all had great weeks last week, including in the Canadian market. And so we had a pullback on Friday, but no major change there. It did close below the previous day's low, so something to keep an eye on Monday. Then we've got the U.S. energy sector moving up on Friday. We had gold stocks, of course, continue to move higher. What's not working? U.S. financials have been on a sell signal for a couple of weeks now, making a new low for this move on Friday. Looking at the VIX came back last week. It is closing in the channel for the S&P 500, for the Nasdaq, and for the Russell 2000. So there's no major trend to the downside yet, which would be needed for the stock market to continue to move higher from here. Now, we've been waiting for Bitcoin to get back up to $100,000. It's not going to do that on Monday morning. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum are trading slightly lower on Monday morning. Moving on to the U.S. most active, starting off with Plug Power. Interesting little stock here. I made a low in November, a higher low in December. Looks like it's put in a higher low in January. So a move up to 313 with possible stop at $3 wouldn't be unexpected. Intel dropped out of the sky on Friday, back on a sell signal as of Friday's close. It had a nice run. Nvidia's back on a buy signal as of Friday's close. Pros haven't taken control yet. Typically, after 3 trading days, if the pros haven't come in and taken control, then you should expect the trade to just fade away. Looking at Huntington, second day of a sell signal there. Then coming into Monday, we've got Big Bear still on a sell signal, no change there. Big Bear's been in a channel since October, and right now we're trading below the midpoint of that channel. So if we get moving up here, there's obvious resistance up at the 703 level. If we break out above that, then you've got 2 targets above that, which would come into play. Right now, the pros public intertwined, don't really care about this stock, are still waiting for more information before taking a stand. Looking at Tesla, second day of a buy signal there. No joy. Pros have not taken control yet. And so again, after a couple of days, if the pros haven't taken control, then expect the trade to just fade away. No joy for Netflix here. It's holding 81.25. If that breaks, $75 is our next target. Pros have no interest in taking control of this stock at this time. Kenvue, new high for that stock on Friday. New high for Denison Mines before pulling back and closing down 2 cents on the day. New high for Vale on Friday. No joy for Apple, still clustering around here, trying to see if we can get up above 250 again. There's Micron making a new high on Friday. Then moving over to the TSX most active, starting off with Baytech inside day on Friday. It's up at the top of the panic zones here. If we get a buy signal here, it's a high risk buy signal. So, getting in, it's a little late to be getting into this stock at this time. Looking at the price targets, we're having trouble getting over 469. If we can do that, then $5 and then 508 would certainly be legitimate targets to the upside. Enbridge is still on a buy signal here, no change. Inside day on Friday for B2Gold. Inside day on Friday for Lundin. Lundin is certainly had a nice run, popped through the top of the panic zones there, early warning signal. And again, if there's a new buy signal up here, it's a high risk trade. It doesn't mean it's not going to work. It's a high risk trade. You're getting to the party a little late. Then looking at Discover Silver, new high for that stock on Friday. We've got Canadian Natural Resources trying to make a new high on Monday, getting stuck here at $50. If we can take out $50, then 51.56 and then 53.13 are our next targets. Capstone Mining making a new high on Friday, and then a new high for Whitecap Resources on Friday. TD Bank trading water up here. It's on a sell signal right now. A close above $130.78. We closed at $130.37. This again would be a high risk trade. You can see for the past month, we've had trouble getting over $131.25. If we can clear the previous high there, then yes, 137.50 could certainly come into play. Right now, it looks like the pros want to give up control. They've had enough of this stock, and they might not be aggressive sellers. They're probably just not continuing to buy at the present time. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. So far, it looks like we're going to have a fairly quiet open on Monday morning. I'm sure a lot of people are working remotely, but there is an enormous amount of people that don't have electricity this morning, and they will not be able to participate in the market. So it's going to be a strange day. Stay safe. Don't exert too much shoveling snow today. And yeah, it's a snow day. If you've got kids home with them, with you, try to enjoy the day. And next time you'll hear my voice is on Tuesday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theyuptrend.com.